Greetings. During the 1800s, missionary George Müller cared for thousands of orphan children in Bristol, England. Each day, as George walked the streets, he saw children everywhere who had no mom or dad. They lived on the streets or in state-run poorhouses where they were treated badly. George felt God calling him to open an orphanage to take care of the children. George Müller, a Christian evangelist, prayer hero, founded Ashley Down Orphanage in Bristol, England. One day, about 300 children of the orphanage woke up in the morning and were ready to breakfast. The children are dressed and ready for school, but there is no food for them to eat. The house mother of the orphanage informed George Müller. George asked her to take the 300 children into the dining room and have them sit at the tables. He thanked God for the food and waited. George knew God would provide food for the children as he always did. Within minutes, a baker knocked on the door. "Mr. Müller," he said, "last night I could not sleep. Somehow I knew that you would need bread this morning. I got up and baked 3 batches for you. I'll bring it in." Soon there was another knock at the door. It was the milkman. His cart had broken down in front of the orphanage. The milk would spoil by the time the wheel was fixed. He asked George if he could use some free milk. George smiled as the milkman brought in 10 large cans of milk. It was just enough for the 300 thirsty children. Is anything impossible with God? It is still possible for God to work a miracle for you today. Don't be daunted by adversity, but stand on your feet by faith. George Müller once said, "The beginning of anxiety is the end of faith, and the beginning of true faith is the end of anxiety." He also said, "Faith does not operate in the realm of the possible. There is no glory for God in that which is humanly possible. Faith begins where man's power ends." Lastly, I want to end Müller's life of faith in Jesus with another quote from him that goes like this: "Expect great things from God, and great things you will have." May the Lord inspire you to seek after God by faith. Amen.